In this video I will show you how you can improvise a hand shovel or a scoop from a beverage can or a tin can. The only tool you need for this project is a Swiss Army knife. So stay tuned if this sounds interesting for you. Hello YouTube, welcome to another Swiss Army knife project video. A hand shovel is probably not on your list of the 10 most important bushcraft and survival hand tools. Nevertheless, a hand shovel or scoop can be very helpful in a survival or bushcraft situation, and that's why it's for sure not a bad idea if you know how you can improvise a shovel or a scoop from a tin can or a beverage can. And yes, you will never dig a deep hole into the ground or crash an ice layer with such an improvised shovel. The metal sheet with a thickness of 2/10 of a millimeter is too thin for a heavy duty tool. But with such a hand shovel you can scooping, portioning or reloading food, for example. Or you can clean the ground if you want to make a fireplace. Or you can shovel hot amber from a fire. Or you can shovel loose soil or loose sand. Or you can set a plant. Or 1,000 things more. For this project you don't need cord, you don't need screws, you don't need nails, you don't need glue. All you need are these 3 things and a little bit talent in manual work. In this video I will craft a shovel out of such a steel can, because this shovel will be much sturdier than a shovel from an aluminium can. So first step is to remove the paper. So that the metal part of the shovel gets more or less symmetrical, I draw in the shape of the shovel. So in this case I do that with such a marker, because like this you can see the contour better. But in a bushcraft situation you can also do that with a stone. So scratch the contour like this on the metal and you can see the shape. So on the front side I decided to let stay a piece of this additional rim, because this rim gives me extra stability. And on the back side I decided that I want to have a continuous ring around the tin can, because I have the feeling that this gives also extra stability. Not sure, but I have the feeling. That's why I made this shape. On the back side, on the bottom of the tin can, I have to make a big hole, and this hole is where I can push through the handle later. Now I make many little holes with the reamer. So now I push through the material in between. The next step is to cut out the shovel along this line, and I do that with the can opener. The Victorinox can opener has a cutting edge angle of 2 times 35 degrees, so 70 degrees. Or at least this is what I measured. So these 70 degrees are the reason why the can opener can cut through the metal sheet of a tin can without getting dull. To cut out this contour with the can opener works a lot better if I support the metal sheet from inside with a piece of a branch who fits exactly inside this hole. So here I found a piece of a felled tree with the almost perfect diameter. So in this dimension it's a bit too wide. So that's why I have to cut away a little bit material from here. Oh yes, look at this. Perfect. So that's it. And now I can cut out the shovel with the can opener super easy. Look at this. So here on the stable ring would be a metal saw perfect to cut through. But if you don't have a Swiss champ with a metal saw, just take the can opener and try to weaken the rim a little bit, like this. On one side, on the second side. To break through these stable parts, I try to remove the tin can from the branch, but be super careful. So. And now you can bend up and down the part you don't want. So the next part takes some minutes. I try to sand these sharp edges with a sandstone a little bit. So, this is done. The next step is to craft the handle. For that, I first have to shorten this branch, maybe 15 centimeters or 20, I don't know. So, this is the handle end. This is the shovel end, I would say. And now I cut the groove with a distance from about 1 centimeter around the stick. So next step is to thin out the diameter very carefully, except this ring. So now I would say, let's try out if the metal part fits already in. Oh yes, that's the case. Now I push in the handle part. So now I have to make a long hole here where I can pull through a wedge that I can clamp the metal part. So, and to make this long hole, I make 2 holes with the reamer here, here, from both sides, here and here, and then I cut out the part between these 2 holes. So, the first hole is done. Now I make the second hole. So, second hole is also done. Now I take out the material between these 2 holes with a small blade. So now this is done, and now I enlarge this long hole with the wood saw. So the long hole is done. The next step is to make a wedge which fit into this long hole. So now put it there. So. So now the shovel is done, and hey, I like it. Really cool. And as I said, You can clean the forest floor. You can dig a small hole. You can shovel hot coals and amber, or 1,000 things more. So, the scoop or the shovel is done. This is the tin can variant. This is the beverage can variant. And of course, this one is more stable. But for food or fine sand, this works also very well. So I hope this was an interesting video for you. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and see you in 2 weeks. Ciao.